What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about strategy cards, the best ones to use and how to use them. A lot of you guys have been asking about it. Throughout the year, I've made videos about it, but now that the legendary ones are out and they're a lot cheaper, you got more concerns about which ones are the best ones. So let's go ahead and get started really quickly. For those of you guys that need like a refresher of what's going on with it, you're going to go over to your strategy part, in your lineup. You're going to go to that tab and you're going to take a look at what's happening within the game right here. Now, I'm going to show you, this has to actually be changed because I was running man-to-man coverage for a little bit, but I went back to zone because zone is just, man coverage got nerfed with the most recent update, and also they added in the field goal block glitch that's on the previous gen, like the old gen. So there's a lot going on with the update that a lot of you guys may be experiencing. It's a very, very bad situation, but EA Sports, this is what they do. It is what it is. So number one, you're going to want to go over here and, as far as the team affinity ones, the team affinity things that you get, if you have specific teams, you can go ahead and boost your specific teams with those. All right, where you see, the one socket right here, where you could go ahead and drop something there, and then you have the program. Now, the program is all dependent on what they actually have going on. Like if we get something specific right now, let's say for the NFL playoff program, you would be able to put that in there. Other than that, you have strategy cards for both the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. You can use team of the week versions. You can do whatever you want, but pretty much when you click on it, it'll tell you which ones are eligible and which ones are not eligible for your team. Okay, so it's offense, defense, team affinity based on what team you are. If you go regular theme team, I am a Legends theme team. Okay, so there is no Legends boost right now, as of the time I'm making this video, to where you can boost the Legends, and it does stop at 40. Okay, I don't know if they're going to increase that. We've been trying to figure it out throughout the year. It hasn't been anything said about it. All right, so offense, defense. So now, why do I use Let It Rip? Let's take a look at what's going on with it. And I'm not talking about busting a fart either. Let It Rip is all about going through increasing the throw power of your players, your quarterback and stuff like that. Throw deep accuracy and the impact blocking of your linemen. All right, I believe that it also, the O-line, that boost actually turns a lot of your O-linemen from little dudes that don't want to do anything to actually pretty decent dudes. All right, now the strong arm that's part of this particular card, you can't see it right here. All you see is the Let It Rip in a circle on the bottom right, but it also boosts an additional throw power. So you actually get 4 throw power out of this particular legendary strat card, which is why it's one of the most, widely used ones. And what I've been getting right now with a lot of you guys is like, yo, G, what should we do about the fact that they have Sprinter available with the new cards? Does adding the acceleration to the halfback, the quarterback, and the wide receiver really matter? Or the one that adds to the tight end as well? Well, we're going to get to that also, but those are just the reasoning behind why I use the ones that I have. And as you can see right here, the strong arm, which is only on the legendary that gives you the ×2, you get the additional +1 throw power. So right here in this tab, it actually tells you what you're getting as bonuses. All right, like the ball hawk, this right here, it adds, tier 1 adds jump and all the other stuff to it. This is the ball hawk one. Then the Let It Rip, it tells you all the stuff it adds. And then the bonus one that you get from the legendary, because the bonus from the legendaries are always really cool, that's what it does there. All right, it gives you the separate slot where it tells you that it's giving you an additional throw power. So with the way that we have the ball hawk, right? And now that I've already told you guys that I'm back to running, I don't run a man-to-man scheme anymore. We can go back and we can look for the zone archetype auction. In the auction house, you can go over there. You can check the strategy, and you can just take a look at. I believe it's relatively simple to find it. You can either go type, and you could go strategy, and you could go quality legendary, or you can type in the name itself, if that makes it easier for you to find the strategy cards that are best fits for you. So look, there's so many of them to use, and then when you go to Sprinter, I'm going to show you guys Sprinter in a second, but let me just go ahead and show you the in the zone one, right? That's the defensive one. This one right here, there are different versions of it with the zone coverage or whatever and what it adds. So I just want to make sure that I'm very, very clear, when I'm doing this for you, because I'm going to put this back on my players now, because I no longer run the man-to-man archetype. Just remember, right? Let me put zone at the end of it, so that way it registers completely. Hold on. That way it only gives us that, because this is the best way to kind of know what's going on. So you see like how the first part, it shows you the arm, with the in the zone. So what happens is, let me explain to you what goes on. You got to look for the symbolism, because we can also get additional boost to our throwing power from using this. All right, but it's a defensive side of the ball type of strategy card. And I know a lot of you guys are trying to like, yo, G, what's going on? You can still boost the DBs and also boost, the QBs on the other side of the ball. In my case, I don't need the extra throw power because the first card is already giving me a max of 99 throw power with Steve Young. So I don't technically need it, but I want to make sure you guys understand that when you go over to equipables, it explains to you what's being added. And it's pretty much self-explanatory. Strong arm, when it boosts the QB, the strong arm's throw power. You got other symbols that boost other, variations. You got stuff that boosts route running. You can see all the information right next to it. So the best one to use, because we don't need the strong arm, you can find other ones with the different symbols. Like, I think that's the one with the, that boost, the football boost the wide receivers and the tight ends. So you'll get boost to like different, whatever. It'll either be something with the route running or something stupid. I think most of this is like make-believe. So you want to really focus on the fact that you're getting the zone coverage aspect of it. Okay, that's ultimately what you want. When you go to the end, when you see the ones that are the most expensive, you can see that people are probably selling it to whatever. People are probably doing a lot of weird stuff. Don't confuse it and get the wrong thing because you see somebody putting it up for more money. At one point, it was a little crazy, all right? But elusive back is not worth 1.9. That's like a very common misconception. When you see that it's more, you can just go through it and look for it at different parts and you'll find the same exact one for a lot cheaper. Just don't get caught up in that. I hate seeing that happen because a lot of you guys are like, yo, G, I bought this strategy card. How much you pay? Yo, I spent like 500,000. Why? Yo, because it was the most expensive one there. No. Look and see what else is going on, because here goes another one with that same one for 140. Just to give you guys some insight into it, don't get caught up in it. Like this one actually boosts the wide receivers and the tight ends, but the other one was running backs. Either way, don't worry about all that. You don't need all that extra oomph. All right. So what would be the best one for me? Which one was I using before? I think I was using the one that had something to do with continuing to boost the cornerbacks. It might have the radar on it, but I'm not sure. Okay, middle linebacker for, I don't want that. I definitely don't want that one, but you can always mix and match it, but I think that's the one I was doing because I didn't need the throw power. But one of the things I'm going to show you right now, which is actually very interesting, if you go with Sprinter, you should use the one that adds the throw power because the +1 throw power may help keep your player where he's supposed to be. So that may work. I think it was this one right here with the little radar on the side. Next to it. Boost all. It's zone and boost. It was this one because that's the one that boosts. It gives you the additional boost to the cornerbacks. You don't get it for the safeties. You only get it for the corners, but it's an additional boost. So you want to look for this one right here with the little radar on it. Now, as far as the Sprinter goes, I'm going to show you guys that in a second, but let me go, because we're going to sell the other one eventually. So that's 144, and then this is 142, and I think that this is the cheapest one at the time of this video. So we'll go ahead and do this, and we'll grab, I think this is the one, right? Boost all cornerbacks and all DBs. Okay, so we want this one because we're going to replace the man-to-man archetype with that one, because like I said, I don't really care about the throw power aspect. And then as far as Sprinter goes, which is the newest version of it, I don't buy into it. All right, I'm going to show you guys really quickly. I don't really buy into it because of the fact that it doesn't, I don't know. I may eventually do it to test it out for you guys if you would like, but the one that comes with the boost to the tight end, why did I just put in strategy when I was supposed to be doing Sprinter, but I'm thinking strategy in my brain. All right, that's weird. All right, so there we go. We'll go ahead with Sprinter. All right, so the basis of this, right, even when you don't look at the secondary symbols and all the other things that it adds, the basis of it is acceleration, and that's pretty much the only thing that really matters because the agility and the change of direction is already standard on the card. Even if you boost the change of direction, Teddy Hendricks is not going to move better. Okay, because he's already built a certain way. So that's all lies by EA Sports where it looks like it's a thing that might work. No, that is incorrect. So all you're doing this for is to add as much as you can to the, obviously to your skilled players. So the sprinter naturally boosts the halfback, wide receiver, and QB. There is one that boosts the tight end, but again, I will test it out to kind of see, it's the sprinter one. I think it's like at the end of it where it shows, like one of these. But again, that's really like 500,000 or something like that. But this one also boosts. Okay, this one is just, again, it's a double for that. But there's one that boosts the tight ends as well. And like I said, other than the acceleration, I don't think it's worth it. But it's absolutely up to you how you want to go about doing it. I don't want to tell you how to build your team. That's up to you. Do you think you need the boost? If you believe you need the boost, you go for it. All of these are showing the same ones. You have to find the one that actually boosts the tight end, but there is one that does that. But again, I would focus more on, stay away from the ones with hands with catching. That's all a joke. The route tree is also garbage. I don't know if let me see what this one is with the little thing over there. Boost all QBs. Like, I just don't believe it's worth it. You can go through it and find the one with the tight ends as well, and then you make a decision. But again, I honestly don't believe that you should do it that way. And then this one is one that boosts cornerbacks as well as the one, like I just showed you the same symbol with the little radar. And you could boost them even more if you wanted to do it that way and make your players even more OP, because it does add to the defense as well. It's like, you could alternate it, but it's acceleration, guys. It's acceleration. Is it really going to be that much more of a boost? Other than the wide receiver and the running back, which you can visibly see that they move faster with the acceleration, I think it'll be more beneficial to get it on the tight end. But I wanted to explain that to you guys so you more or less have an understanding of what strategy cards do and how they work in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free, drop it in the line. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.